Hi everyone,
Alright.
welcome to hell. Welcome to Final V3.
Welcome to Final V3.
Lots
I'm
happening.
very tired.
Yeah, but the people have
How are
questions.
you, listener? Don't answer that.
Answer out loud in public, please.
No. Yeah.
Full volume, no inside voice. Yeah, shit's happening. But so we're question answering. All right,
I'm laying on the floor for this one.
that's good. Keeps you connected more.
You were gonna say grounded, and then you stopped yourself because
because that would have been
too
awful.
stupid.
It was
Right.
It seemed bad
That would
in
have
my
been
head.
That would have been. I mean, we're not a podcast that delves into low-hanging fruit. We're above that. Ask the question.
Kim Platitudinous on the Patreon asks, "Hey there, white guys. Hey, we've been going through a pretty good time
like this
for writing about the development and analysis of games. For example, boss fight books, No Clip, Jacob Geller, etc., etc.
Yes.
What would each of y'all consider the gold standard for this stuff, or your personal favorite? I don't know. I like the No Clip video about the fucked up Burger King games. I like that video too. It's a good burger.
I like the video too. All right, what was the reminder for, Sam?
I genuinely don't know. It was just straight up
That's
an alarm.
the best. That's the best because it means that you're definitely forgetting
I
something,
absolutely
and you're gonna
am.
spend the next hour trying to remember. For me, I find this question interesting because, well, not that I don't find it interesting, but interesting is the wrong word. You're gonna have to bear with me here. I've got like 2 active synapses right now. I wasn't talking to you, Sam. I was talking to the girl listening to this. I've come to realize over the past year or two that
Why is it happening again? How many of these are there? What the fuck?
I've come to realize over the past year or two that most of the people who are making material like that are not necessarily authoritative figures. They're good communicators, and these are very separate but sometimes related skills. As my relative understanding of the topics covered in video essayists, especially those who talk about video games, has increased, that is, I'm getting better as a writer and a video game understander, my interest in a lot of the people who make video game content has gone down. Not because I don't care about what they're doing, but because I kind of already know. So, like,
Oh, you're too big brain.
in a weird way, I've kind of grown out of touch with that space recently. Because, like, I mean, not so much with like the think piece stuff. Like the Jacob Gellers are good because, you know, it's about what they think about media, not just about the media. And the No Clip stuff is good because they focus on stories that even inside baseball you might not have heard about, and they're just good at making documentaries. But I guess I'm just like less connected to the space, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that is a good question, but it's where I'm at. Sorry, I don't know if that's a good answer. Excuse me. It is a good question. Sorry, the questionnaire. I'm just thinking about Sam's alarms right now.
I don't know what the fuck they're for. I went on the other side of my room and I grabbed my to-do list while you were answering.
So what's your answer to this question, Sam? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good time for people being wildly undercompensated to write really good shit about video games.
And people being wildly overcompensated to write dog shit about video games.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, it's not even right. Yeah, so was it 404 Media?
Yeah, you're right. Not even right. Just turn on the mic and just fucking... Yeah, I reckon it's probably like this. 2 million views.
Our podcast has not made nearly those numbers. We need to...
Yeah, well... we need to...
Listener, why haven't you watched this 2 million times?
We need to do less research.
So, yeah, as 404 Media, I think... it's not Waypoint. It's the people who left Waypoint. Aftermath. That's the other one. It's like a bunch of people who like splintered off of big journalism. They splintered off of big journalism and started...
Yeah, and they started little journalism.
Doing smaller journalism. They started middle and little journalism. And it's pretty good. In terms of video stuff, yeah, like as a game developer... I usually am like fucking GDC talks. I'm sorry. I'm in this big shit.
Well, it makes sense because GDC talks are made for people who make video games. You are the target demographic.
Yeah.
Whereas
it's for me.
For me, my job is to watch the GDC talks and then translate them to gamer lingo.
Yeah.
This is the difference between you and I.
Yeah. There's also a lot of really great academic writing about like theories of play and like what is the role of play in human society that's worth reading, but I don't know how to remember that.
So, questionnaire, the answer to your question is you should read theory papers.
Never read theory.
Only read fact.
Only read fucking facts. All right. Next question.
Does that answer your question? Thanks.
Does that answer your question? Please let us know.
Increase your pledge amount.
Fuck off. Greg Ungotten asks,
it's a good name.
What would be is a good name. What's a funny game jam prompt? And also, would you two ever host a game jam or other creative contest? So
I'd be open to it, but like we said before, it all requires active maintenance, and neither of us really have the bandwidth to do that on our own. So
yeah, I would personally absolutely fucking love to host a game jam. Torment Nexus passing overhead, maybe after the storm.
Right.
As far as what's a funny game jam prompt, I don't know. I turned off all of them. I went into the clock app and I turned off all of them.
Turn your phone off.
I will. I'm doing that. I don't understand.
A funny prompt would probably be, I don't know.
There's
like,
no alarms are on. It's just doing this.
I think Colin had a good idea when he made Wheel Jam. Yeah, I really liked that one.
That was a great concept.
I still have yet to watch play any of the Wheel games because I'm just bad inside.
Yeah, I saw someone made like a first-person shooter. It was cool.
Yeah, someone made a racing game with it. I don't know how the fuck that works, but it's really funny conceptually.
Yeah, because when they say Wheel Jam, they're talking about Oblivion Wheel for anyone who's not in the know.
Just Oblivion Wheel incorporated somehow into gameplay, usually as a control scheme, whatever that means in practice. Yeah, if we did one, I'd want some kind of stupid gimmick like that.
I remember like fucking ages ago for a work test for a company that I was at, I had to like it was a VR game based on a game jam prompt, and they gave me a game jam prompt generator, and it was like, okay, whatever this spits out, you have to do. And the theme it came up with was killing zombies with clubs, which was like the most boring, straightforward thing of all time. And so I reinterpreted it as a golfing game, because golf clubs.
That's fun.
And you had to like golf at zombies, and it turns out good golf physics is hard, and so I regretted that choice. But
no kidding.
If you can find another way to reinterpret killing zombies with clubs.
This reminds me of that.
There you go.
Reminds me of that thing. I like reinterpreting mechanics generally. It's something that I wish was more commonplace, and it kind of ties into the shit Zalavir's been on lately about sharing code bases across games and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, people like to talk about Crazy Taxi, but people don't talk about how Crazy Taxi is only one of a series of releases that all share the same processor and cabinet down to the exact same control scheme, but all the games play completely fucking differently.
Yeah.
There's like 3. Like Safari Jamboree or whatever it's called is exact same hardware as Crazy Taxi, but it is a fundamentally different video game, and it also fucking rules.
Yeah.
I want more shit like that.
I agree. Next one.
Thanks for the question.
Waldo5860 on the YouTube for free asks, what games have your favorite movement systems? And they also talk about being a big fan of Rayman Legends, which feels super smooth even if the game is easy. It's fun and satisfying. I have an answer.
No, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Rayman Legends is it's a game focused on movement, and so it would make sense that that's what stands out to you there. It's a good pick.
Yeah. Strong bones.
I'm insufferable. So my mind goes to car games immediately.
Yeah.
But I think that's a cheat to this question. So I'm going to think about it. And while I think about it, you should give an answer.
I'm a huge sucker for Quake movement still. Fucking.
Oh, yeah.
It's just good. And I like it because you can read the code base and see how it's all a little bit bullshit because it's all open source now. And that's the reason why there's been so many movement shooters that all feel exactly like Quake, is because every single one of these motherfuckers read the Quake code base and then just like copy pasted large portions of the character controller in, as they should, because that's sick as hell.
You know what more people should do is they should copy and paste the flicker pattern for the lights from the Quake engine.
Yep.
For no reason. Because it's really fun how like it still exists in Source 2, but I think we should just start putting it in things where it doesn't make sense because it would be funny.
Yeah.
Just to like fuck with people who would notice that.
Yeah. I'll have more to say about this in, I hope, 2 years.
Yeah, you should please make a video game with a flicker in it. And you just put that pattern in there. I'd like you to put that in every video game you make now, thanks.
Oh, dude, I already made a little library that lets me do that.
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
It's just gonna start appearing and shit.
Good.
Wonderful question, Waldo 5860. Oh wait, you still need to answer. You can use the car game cheat.
I mean, I guess it feels like a separate. When people talk about how movement feels, they aren't usually talking about cars because cars are their own beast entirely. You have to. Like cars they have their own rules. Yeah. So I'm like answering a different question by answering this question with a car game.
But do it.
See,
also.
the fucked up thing though is that if I try to think of a traditional movement game, my knee jerk for some reason is Halo 1, and that's just a bad answer because that game doesn't feel good to move around in, but I like it. Yeah. I like it, and it sucks. Yeah. It's bad, but I understand exactly how it works on a feel level, which is why I like it. I think that's why a lot of people like the Source engine's feel, but the difference is that Source kind of feels good to use.
I keep getting told that Mario 64's movement sucks in retrospect, and I still like it just as a thing that currently exists because I have bad taste.
I think that it has been a lot. This is a weirdly contentious point. A lot of people will die for 64's movement. A lot of people like to be a contrarian and say that it sucks, and I used to be one of those people. Nowadays, I don't have the energy to really give a fuck, but I do think that 64's movement has been largely iterated upon in subsequent titles. If you haven't played Odyssey, Sam, you should play Odyssey because it's just it's a lot of the same shit but polished way the hell up and more intuitive.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I'm sure the fucking Nintendroids in the audience are gonna tell me I'm stupid.
Please send us harassment and threats in the comments.
I'm probably a little. For the record, I am probably a little wrong on that, but I'm not I'm not Super Mario headed. I like to play toys and have fun. So yeah, feel free to correct me in the comments. I know you will.
Yeah. By the way, just last tag on that question. Speaking of vehicle physics, remember that fucking article that I sent you about how to do vehicle physics in games that has that one diagram that just looks like the fucking Pepsi planet sphere?
It's so fucking funny.
Anyway,
can we link that?
Yeah, I'll link it.
Yeah, please.
It's fucking
listener,
great, but
it's so good because it's a guy. It's like, you know how if you've ever tried to get into art, one of the most annoying true things that an expert will tell you is that you have to learn an anatomy first, like actual anatomy. Yeah, like you need to do figure studies if you want to really understand art. You need to know the rules before you can break them. It's really annoying. And I still haven't taken that advice, but I do know enough now to know that they're right, and I should, and at some point I will, probably. But if you want an infinitely funnier version of that argument, we have an article for you where a guy who cares way too much about racing games, but also has immaculate taste in racing games and has definitely thought a lot about it, makes the exact same argument. But instead, he says, if you want to make a racing game, you need to understand the physics of a car. Yeah. That involves the drivetrain and the axles and the temperature of the tires and shit.
It's great and because
the camber of the tires down to the nth degree. Yeah. And the relationship of gravitational pull and like ideal entry points for corners and apexes.
Yeah. But the best part about it is that it starts with him breaking the rules without understanding them, and he goes, "This is fine, but It's limited. And then he just delves into, like, he goes off the deep end. It's full anatomy. It's head to toe, dick and ball.
He points at Mario Kart and is like, yeah, you know. And then you take like two mouse scrolls downward, you're looking at trigonometry. It's incredible. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the best part is that he's just right.
And it's like as a person programming who is like got a C in AP Physics in high school, surprisingly well understandable.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's like a novice car knower and a not physics knower, I get what he's saying, kinda, and it intuitively it makes sense. It's the anatomy argument again. It's just like you need to understand the rules in order to break the rules efficiently.
Yeah,
and it's like, strictly speaking, that's not necessarily true, but it is good practice for anything really. It's just I don't think I've ever seen a more niche explanation of that concept.
Yeah,
and I don't think I've ever seen it taken to such an absurd level in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're making Forza, on what planet do you need to think about the physical relationship between the drivetrain of a 6-cylinder engine and an Xbox controller? I don't see how that lines up, but I love that this guy's thinking that way.
Yeah. The fucking icing on the cake is that the final beat is like, we're going to combine everything we mentioned so far into a quick demo thing. And it's implemented also in like a fully custom game engine that he built.
Yeah, and he doesn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
He doesn't even mention it.
Yeah, it's just like,
it's just set dressing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I know exactly what you are.
It's so
Thank
funny.
you for being that.
Hope this answers your question.
I don't. This was a quick one. Jacob Newman asks, all caps, favorite car, parentheses, I'm absolutely smashed while typing this.
I like this guy. Mazda Miata first gen, specifically because he looks so happy.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I mean, look up the Mazda Miata first gen.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob Newman.
Sam, what's your answer?
My favorite car was this
cop outs.
It's a Matchbox shitty little yellow car that looked like a sports car, but it had a giant like fucking keyhole on top of it, and I don't know why it had that. It had like a black keyhole thing that indented a 1/4 inch into the hood of this little yellow Matchbox car, and I loved that thing, and I crashed it on camera so many times.
I need you to look it up, find the model name, and put it on screen.
I genuinely don't think I could find it again. I have no idea.
But you have to try.
And
if you can't find it, you put something else on screen here, and you in the future can decide what that is. But if it's blank, then you're gonna get a lot of DMs of Big Buck Bunny.
Fuck.
So,
okay. Cool threat.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah. No, I used it when I was really into doing like miniature set things, because I wanted to like do visual effects.
I don't really like miniatures. I think that if you're gonna film something, you should film it for real.
This is so true. I'm excited for your first popsicle video where you're instead shaking around a giant life-size cardboard stand of yourself. You've just covered all the walls in paper.
Tapes to a wooden pole.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, why if Christopher Nolan wasn't a coward in the 2000s, he would have filmed all of his explosions on bigs, not miniatures.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so
you ever
paranoid
looked into
about
pyrotechnics of Why are you paranoid?
Oh, the alarm going off again.
Oh.
Anyway, pyrotechnics.
You ever looked into the pyrotechnics of like the early shows of like the 60s and 70s of like puppet shows and stuff, like Ultraman, Thunderbirds, that type of shit?
Oh, 100%.
It's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
And I understand why there aren't many resources out there for how they did that exactly in like actionable explanations, but I would like to blow things up. And I don't really know, because I'm an outsider to the industry, I don't really know who to like reach out to.
Yeah.
You know? Like, who do you cold call to be like, I need you to like blow up a table's worth of shit and make it look good on camera?
I mean,
that last part's important.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, you know.
There, fascinatingly, I kind of actually have an
winky
answer
face.
To this. Because there is still some...
here's the thing, though,
Yeah.
Sam. It's not just... I'm not looking for a pyrotechnic. I'm looking for a pyrotechnic who specializes in miniatures.
Yeah.
From the wealth of fucking people out there who still, keep that art alive.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, there's still some institutional knowledge about how that shit works at companies like specifically Digital Domain and whatever iteration of James Cameron crashing that company.
So I should simply hire Digital Domain for my next video.
You can. I genuinely think that you could find people there to cold email, and if you expressed a sincere interest in this, they would actually respond, and that might actually be a thing for us to do.
Yeah, it would be really fucking great as like a podcast thing, but I'm more so just talking about like if I want to blow some shit up on camera.
Yeah.
You kind of need permits for that. Like, I can't just... I don't think I could just take their advice in my backyard, Sam. I think the cops would come if I did that.
I think
that's kind of a factor one must consider.
I think the announcing on the podcast is the big problem.
Whatever.
I think you can get away with anything once.
Now you're talking my language. Next question.
On YouTube, world famous gang stalker asks, what's... You want me to say the question before you...
I've been wondering where that guy's been.
World famous gang stalker asks, what's the smallest infraction someone could make against you for you to kill them?
Gang stalking's pretty high on the list.
Yeah, it should... Just as a warning, not profiling you by your name or anything, but there are stand your ground states.
I mean, one person does not a gang make, so you're probably in the clear for now.
Yeah. Elf TVWCKA asks, what is the current artistic glass ceiling you're trying to break through? What's the next goal?
I'm gonna have to wake up a third synapse to answer this one. Give me a second.
If you want, I can roll while you're doing that.
The trouble is that if you do that
takes up a synapse to listen to me doing it. You need all three. Actually. Yeah. Okay. Lock in.
I'm experimenting with the idea of entirely analog animation just because I want to do it, because I just feel like it. Yesterday, I bought a light box, and I got some animation paper, and I'm just gonna. My buddy Rio sent me an Eastern style timesheet, and I'm just gonna do some tests, and if it all goes well, you might see all or part of a video in the future done entirely traditionally, just because I fucking felt like it.
Yeah.
And I suppose the glass ceiling there would be seeing if I'm capable of that in the first place. So we'll see. I'm playing toys and I'm grinning and the sun shines down. And I go inside because I don't like that last part.
That's so beautiful.
Thanks. One of these days it's going to rain.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back out because the sun is a bit like less bright.
Yeah. It's like,
but like
Seattle.
The rain will end when I go back outside, right?
Yeah.
And because of the weather, it's going to be like a rainbow. And I'm going to look up and I'm going to point at the rainbow and I'm going to say, that's for gay people.
Yeah.
What's your answer to the question?
First of all, happy Pride Month, everyone listening to this.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
I think for me, the artistic glass ceiling that I want to break through next at some point is to tell stories where I'm not fictionalizing myself as the main character, which is still going to be like the bulk of my next projects.
You love doing that.
And I do love doing that. I do love like finding and magnifying anxieties and flaws and turning that into like a character thing.
Yeah.
But I do want to break out of that and make things that stand more on their own. So I have been like trying to just expose myself to more history, and no other way that sentence can end. So yeah, like,
let's talk about the printing press some more. We've been having fun with that today.
I'm reading this book now called A Place of Greater Safety, and the first chapter had like a bunch of fucking French terminology from the 17th century. So not even like current,
not even like a good
it
book.
made me learn about like Ancien Regime era French terms, and I resent it for that. But it's all about like this specific area of interest where I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's like branching out narratively into things that stand on their own instead of just using myself as a character. Because like I have done that in helping, like on the Bass Reeves video. That was still in the like documentary space and identifying character in other people. But
right,
yeah, I have no idea when that will pan out, but it's something I'm playing around with. So
that's
yeah.
a good answer. Thank you for your question. I would have thanked you a little more if you gave us more money.
That's true. That was on
Was
the
that
YouTube
a Patreon
side.
question?
No, that wasn't a Patreon question.
Oh, fuck off. Never mind. I don't.
I forgive you.
Know,
No Uz 5249 again on the YouTube. It says, "Is it a good thing that I still want to do something despite being told repeatedly that it isn't smart to pursue it right now? Parentheses, for context, the thing is video game journalism, but this is more a general question."
Man, you should not have given us context, because that would have been so much funnier if you just left it there.
I should have held it back.
You should have.
It's funny to still want to do something despite being told repeatedly that it isn't smart to pursue it.
I was so disappointed whenever you just continued after that.
What would you have said, do you think?
I don't know, because I don't live in that world anymore.
I'm so sorry that I took that from you. I think it's funny to do that, but please, especially right now,
have a backup
prioritize
plan.
stability in your life. Yeah, like sacrificing stability for the thing that you want to do. If it's like very unstable and you don't have like a clear plan for what your version that circumvents that instability looks like, please moderate how funny you want to be. And it also is cool because video game journalism is cool. And
also think about what video game journalism means for you, because there's a lot of different ways to achieve that goal, and working in an institutional setting, say with an established news publishing platform, is one of many options and not necessarily the right one for everyone. I look at camera. So yeah, give it some thought and have a fucking backup plan, please, please, please.
Yeah. Spacey asks, how did you both find yourselves working with the people you do? Is it mostly through Discord, or do you go out of your way to find people or other places?
Discord.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's all of it. Like I used to, my old strategy was like I would make projects that I thought were interesting, and then I would reach out to people who I thought were doing interesting stuff that was similar and be like, look at what I'm making, I have questions.
Right.
And then that would be like my little membership card. It's like, look, see, I make things. And yeah, I mean, my fucking introduction to this entire friend group.
You're boring me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Keep going.
I'll dance for you while I'm doing this question. My entire introduction to this friend group was because I was working on a project, and then I reached out to someone who did music, and then he introduced me to other people who introduced me to other people, and it's chain reaction. And a lot of that happened through Discord. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Discord is gonna be the primary answer to that question. If you, listener, can meet people in real life and who share your interests, you should do that.
That would be beautiful. But yeah, and in all cases,
it's good to do that.
Yeah, it's like find spaces, whether online or off, where people are doing things that you think are interesting, and be present there, and that will happen. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Spacey. Rat Wedding asks, do you think...
I'm never going to get over that username.
It's a pretty awesome username. I hope they're happy. Happy Pride Month, by the way. Do you think Machinima, the medium, not the company, has artistic value in the modern era? I'm going to reinterpret this question.
Of course it does.
Because, yeah, it's like it is a yes, but
It's a no-brainer yes. Are you kidding?
It's interesting how Machinima, I feel like GTA roleplay streams are immersive theater Machinima.
Yes.
It's improv Machinima. It's like, and frankly, like the entire arc of Minecraft multiplayer servers that had like narrative trajectories and planned events and stuff, like all of that is downstream of Machinima. Like it's not explicitly trying to recreate parts of the aesthetics of film in a video game, but it is like, we're going to turn this video game into a stage upon which to do stories.
Yeah.
And treat it as like a real world and not a video game. It has plenty of artistic value. It's really neat. There was that
name a medium by which people express themselves artistically that doesn't have value. There aren't any. If people can use it to express themselves artistically, then it inherently has value.
Yeah. There was in 2024 there was that The Remarkable Life of Evelyn, a movie I have not watched yet, but it was basically it's by the way, sad, but it's a guy who passed away. All of his online friends contacted his family, and they made this documentary that kind of weaves what his online presence in World of Warcraft with his friends was with who he was in the real world. And it's like I've heard very good things about it. There was also that GTA Hamlet thing.
Jesus Christ, that's heavy.
Yeah, but it's you're not gonna see the Machinima whooshing fucking logo at the beginning of that. It's not the...
Yeah, listener, I think that I'm just thinking about Mob Squad right now. You remember Mob Squad? That's art.
I think a lot of Machinima from the 2000s to 2010s aged really well, probably.
Yeah, I don't remember anything in Mob Squad other than how fucking ugly it is. I'm sure that it was very tasteful and it aged really gracefully.
Yeah, I don't remember Mob Squad, but I remember other stuff. Anyway, and that was on Patreon. Thank you.
The real ones were subscribed to fucking Mondo Media.
True.
Dick Figures viewers. And don't. Dick Figures viewers, please remain seated.
Stay down. Sit this one out. You're benched.
Sit all of them out. I paid for the movie when it came out.
Okay.
I wonder how old I was. Too old, but... Sam, can you look up when that movie came out for me real quick?
Yeah, man. Hang on. Let me just put this. Let me log into my main work Google account so this affects all my recommendations forever. Dick Figures movie.
I'm realizing in real time that this is not information I would have divulged willingly if it weren't for the fact that I am really tired. It feels like cowardice to take it back or ask Billy to cut it now. So I am just going to have to live with the fact that there's going to be a public record of the fact that at one point in my life, I liked Dick Figures enough to pay for the movie.
I don't know how to break this to you, but Dick Figures the movie has an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, I'm sure at the time that there was...
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me, man. I was in the trenches. I was there.
Okay, it's just the audience score, so obviously it's high, but the fact that it's surfaced by Google as like, dude, this is a banger.
Yeah, it's a good one.
This is a 2013 banger.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Fascinating.
Okay, I was 15. I think I'm allowed a bit of... That's not as bad as I thought it was. I was in high school. I was like early high school. That's okay.
I'm glad to have released you from that burden.
That's it. Yeah, I'm actually like genuinely relieved.
Yeah. Wipe that big drop of sweat from your brow and go phew.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, this one lets you off the hook.
Listener, don't look up Dick Figures. Don't look it up. I mean, you can. It's just
stop digging.
It's just really
put that
tasteless.
shovel down. Stop digging.
Character called... I forget what he's called. His whole personality is that he has Tourette's.
You don't gotta give them.
It's if worse than you think. I promise.
Kepler Electronics asks. This is a question mostly for Sam. I'm letting you off the hook for a minute. It feels like you need to sit down. You need me to pour Gatorade on you and like whatever the fuck else
Just
they do
ask
to boxers.
the fucking question, Sam.
This question mostly for Sam. What advice do you have for first-time devs getting ready to do larger scale playtesting on their projects? This is
something I can talk about.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
What was the question?
What advice do you have for any first-time devs getting ready to get larger scale playtesting done on their projects? First of all, don't fucking interfere. Sit with that agony. Ask them to record their playthrough, especially if they can also record with a mic, because it'll make checking for bugs easier. But you're going to see them run into shit, and it's going to piss you the hell off, and you need to just watch. I'm talking David Attenborough. Is that him? Non-interference rules of making nature documentaries? That's you, all right? You're on the other side of the enclosure. It's crucially important that you do not interfere with this process.
Yes.
I have some stories that I sure wish I could tell.
You've alluded
about
to them before.
We've alluded to this before.
You've told.
I'm not chancing it, because every time I check if I can tell the story, I can't. But
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Make sure also that when you talk about doing larger scale playtesting, you're like rotating through groups of people, so that like if you send one build of your game out to everyone that you know, you're not going to be able to get first impressions from those people ever again. So you need to make sure that like you are cycling through different people as you go. If you are a really small developer, going even one person at a time is completely valid. Yeah. Good luck, and good fucking luck.
Good luck. Thinking about happy tree friends.
Sorry to hear that.
Me too. No, you don't get it though. You don't fucking get it. If like, it's because here's the thing, Sam. They're like cute characters, right? And it's animated like a kid's show. But get this.
And
here's the part you're not expecting. They will kill each other, and not like off screen, like
on such a small infraction.
I mean, you're talking like you've seen it.
There was a question that I was gonna lead right into this with, but I can't find it, so I don't know who asked it. But the question, it was about what inspired you to get into animation and game development stuff.
I see. Putting my cat. Oh, sorry. My cat just jumped on my chest.
It's just like, stop talking, end this podcast, please. But we're not. We're braving on. What inspired you to get into animation?
Is that a question?
Yeah, but I don't remember who asked it. I lost it, so I'm just asking it anyway. Because we were just talking about that era of online.
Whoever asked that, Sam doesn't seem sorry, but I am. Mainly SpongeBob.
Real.
And it was like accidental, kind of, because I didn't really want to animate. I just wanted to make SpongeBob. So I made a bunch of comics with SpongeBob, but it was like, well, it's not the same. And then I got like and then I saw like, one of the wisest men out there. Fuck, what's his name? Timmy Turner, creator, Butch something.
You talking about Butch Hartman?
Yeah, I saw Butch Hartman.
One of our sages.
One of my fucking artistic guiding light. Butch Hartman on Nickelodeon demonstrate the concept of like a flip book, like a sticky note thing, and you can animate by like just flicking it.
Yeah.
And it like until that point I had never really realized that animation was something you could do without special equipment. And once I started doing that, like with flip books and the sides of like notepads and stuff, I was just like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. And then by chance,
divine intervention,
I got gifted a DSi and a piece of freeware that came with DSi. It was a little program called Flip Note Studio.
Oh shit.
And The fact that that thing was free is crazy because it's actually just like a halfway decent, simple, but effective animation program for the DSi with a built-in, woefully under-moderated online aspect where I learned a lot about the human condition. But
Yeah.
once I had my hands on that, that's where it came from. You know, it's really because like I had tried to get into animation before, but I bounced off it because the programs that I was given were dog shit and the marketing worked. You know, Anime Studio 5 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, had that.
Yeah, that thing was awful. But the pros use it. The box said so.
Yeah, it's an anime studio on your computer. It's
Right.
in the name.
They wouldn't lie to
They wouldn't
me.
call it that.
So, yeah, once you have tools that aren't abysmal dog shit and allow you to just do what you want to do, it's really crazy how much the, especially a child's will to be creative for the sake of being creative can, like, how far that energy alone can take you. It hit me at just the right time, as I'm sure it did countless other kids with DSIs and an unfortunately easy way to access the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't have a DSi, I probably wouldn't be an animator.
Damn.
Hope that answers your question.
No follow-up joke. Yeah. Yeah. No, I had very similar and very not experiences. I just I wasn't allowed to play video games, so I thought making them was like an easy loophole for that. And so
That's awesome, and it also explains so much about you.
Yeah. No, I was like, I'll just make Mario Kart. How hard can that be? And yeah,
I mean, someone else already made it, so like the hard part's done.
Exactly. I can see what it is.
Right.
And I had like this Windows 98 or 95, one of the two, fucking computer that was the one that I used to make games, and
Why?
it was the only Windows computer that.
But you're
was in the
younger
house.
than me.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
how young were you?
I was speed running like 20
How
years of
young were
technical
you?
progression. I don't know, man. I was probably like 7 or something.
Okay, never mind. That kind of scans. I was imagining you like 14 years old, like using a fucking 95 brick laptop. Like what?
Well, because
actually, why?
There was like
what the fuck?
There's like a fucking multi-step chain of custody to like inheriting new computers into the family that just like had a lot of.
No, it makes sense now. I was
Yeah.
just mixed up on the timeline. It's not important. Back to your like as you were.
Yeah, fucked around with that. Had a book called The Game Maker's Apprentice. That was sick as hell, and I was like, holy fuck, this is it.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Where have I heard that before?
I mean, I've taken songs from the CD that came with it and used them as openers for these episodes before.
That's probably where I've heard it.
But yeah, and I had this a similar bug with like fucking I'm gonna learn to animate because I want to make movies. So I got a book on Blender when it was like 2.49 and gray and awful, and download Blender 2.49. See how it fucking feels. I never made anything of substance with it.
That's crazy because I got into Blender whenever it still had a 2 point something on it, but when I got into it, it was a usable program.
Yeah.
Why'd they hang on to the 2 for so long?
Maybe it's emotional attachment, maybe shame.
We're already on version 4 right now, I think.
Yeah, they sped up the timeline and it feels wrong.
Yeah.
They should go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, series of right place, right times, just like thinking that I could maybe do something that I definitely couldn't at the time.
Yeah.
And then being able to throw myself into it, and maybe also possibly trying to crack the trial of Adobe software repeatedly. But don't tell the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are at 53 minutes, so we can do one more question.
I think, yeah, let's do one more.
Michael, spelled super awesome with numbers instead of some of the letters, and a sick-ass profile picture of a car on the Patreon. Fuck yes.
That's one of my alt accounts.
Oh, okay. Well, you asked, is that big sponsored project halted or moving forward? You know, the one where you were considering a Storm Chasers type of game.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much can we say about that?
Is not moving forward at the moment. We're focused on other things, but I hope you enjoyed the episodes where we talked about that. It was a fun dream. And are you fucking kidding me? The alarm's going off again. Huge thank you to our $14 tier patrons, Brandon B, or Frank, MFET, Roses in Patterns, Sad Toffee Sucks, Carp, Spicy Nacho, Tom Keeley, John Purdy, Harrison Oakley, Daxtery, Drew McIntosh, EXE Bill, Chulump the Big Money Wizard, Samuel Danver Platts, OJ McMuffins, Leon Kive, Holly Buxa, Wormy, Lucky the Proto, Combustible Mon, The Darkened Rose, Trading Bark, Mark D Hero, Witty the Entertainer, Tobin, Never Dreams, Nessie, and Cosmo. Thank you so much. Without our patrons, we could not still be doing this. Also, if you want to join or see any other this stuff, the finalv3.zip website, not a zip, finalv3.zip.